So, well, I have to be honest, confession time. I'm
Okay.
not I'm not a Brummie. I'm actually a Yam Yam, which I don't know if you
This
covered
sounds
in
like
your
some
video.
Cadbury chocolate.
Welcome to English with Lewis. Let's go!
Hello, everybody, and welcome back once again to English with Lewis and my weekly interviews and chit chats and little natters on with other amazing teachers and creators. And I'm delighted to welcome Laura from Smashing English this week. So, hello.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited.
I'm so excited. I'm so buzzing. I'm over the moon.
All of those great words.
All of them. Copy and paste, use them whenever you want.
Use as applicable, yes.
So yeah, it's a pleasure connecting and it's a pleasure having you here. Of course, we're gonna get to know each other and allow people to get to know you during this conversation. And yeah, I can't wait.
Neither. I'm buzzing. As we say in Birmingham, buzzing with a bu. You have to say it with a hard
Ugh.
bu. Mm,
Ugh.
exactly. Buzzing. Yeah.
Also, so first things first, tell us about you. Introduce yourself.
Oh, that's always the hardest thing, isn't it? When someone says, tell you about you, you forget everything about yourself. So
Like,
I'm
what's my
Laura.
name?
Yeah, I know. I know that one. I'm Laura. And I'm from the United Kingdom, like I just said, from Birmingham originally, which is right in the middle of the country. If you know Peaky Blinders, then you know where Birmingham is. That's probably the most Ozzy Osbourne, he's also from Birmingham.
Uh-huh.
Cadbury chocolate is also from Birmingham. That's probably the most famous things. And yeah, I run, me and my husband just got married, by the way, so it's very weird to say husband.
Woo!
Me and my husband, Bez, we run Smashing English, which is a YouTube channel and an Instagram where we try to make learning English very casual and very fun.
Perfect. Wonderful. Amazing. Of course, we'll go through all of these things one by one. Let's start maybe with Birmingham and the Brummie accent. I
Mm,
did a video a couple of months ago going over what people are called from different cities. And
mm,
many of them were like, what? Geordies?
yeah,
Scousers? Mancunians?
yeah.
Brummie? Uh, what does Brummie mean? Like, does it have a specific meaning?
It must just well, I have to be honest, confession time. I'm
Okay.
not I'm not a Brummie.
Oh,
I'm actually a Yam Yam, which I don't know if you
this
covered
sounds
in
like
your
some
video.
Cadbury chocolate.
So Birmingham is more internationally famous. So I latch on to Birmingham, but I'm actually from the Black Country, which is more like Dudley. And there's not a lot of famous things going on there. So it's very hard for me to illustrate that to people. So you've got Birmingham, which is the second biggest city in the UK, and then you've got the Black Country, which is very, very close. And the accents are very similar, although some people from the Black Country might be very offended I said that. But to international viewers, they are quite similar. And yeah, I'm a Yam Yam. So Yam Yam is someone from the Black Country, and I believe a Yam Yam comes from the way that the accent sounds. So in the Black Country, they won't say "How are you?" They say "How am ya? How am ya? How am ya? You're right." So they're saying "How am ya?" So it's Yam Yam, and I think that's where Yam Yam comes from.
Wow. I
Yeah.
mean, you said Cadbury, so I was thinking that the two must be related. Like a really brilliant mind from somewhere in the Black Country was like, "Hey, Cadbury, I've got an
Mm.
idea for a new chocolate bar. It's called Yum
Yeah.
Yum."
Oh yeah. I would that sounds delicious, yeah. Sounds really good. I'd go for it.
And so you showed off a little bit of the accent. You said, "How are you?"
Close enough.
More or
Close
less.
enough.
Are
Yeah.
there any specific slang words that are from
Mm.
Birmingham and the Black Country and the Midlands in general? Does anything come to mind?
Yeah. And you know what? Like genuinely, if you're watching it, if someone's watching this and they're learning English, they're useful to know, but don't worry about learning them because they're very specific to the Black Country.
Uh-huh.
So even people like, where are you from?
Well, actually, I latch on to Leeds and I always say
Leeds.
I'm from Leeds. Obviously, my
Mm,
accent's a little bit neutral now, but
yeah.
I'm actually from Bradford. But not
Okay.
many people know Bradford. So then I say Leeds and we share an airport. It's called the Leeds Bradford
But
Airport.
airport. I've
So
flown from it. Yeah, I've
Leeds
been.
sounds a little bit nicer.
Well, yeah, I think what was my point there? I completely forgot what I asked. Oh yeah. So you probably won't even know these phrases that I'm gonna say because you're from Bradford. So we'd say it's bossed, it's bossed. So it's bossed. It means it's broken. So it's bossed, it's broken. But we also say it's bossed in, and that is really good. So you'd say, that burger was bossed in, and that means it was really, really good. But you'd say, my fridge is bossed. Like my fridge is
Okay.
bossed, is broken. That's some fun words. But yeah, awamya. We say day instead of don't. So you said, oh, you ate the last slice of cake a day. I didn't. I don't. A day. So it's very different. You would be blown away if you heard a true yam yam, like traditional guy speaking. It would be really different.
Hey, wow, yeah. So
Mhm.
I'm just trying to come to terms with the fact that if I'm talking about a burger, I could change and add a preposition, and then it changes from being like delicious to broken. It was like bossed or bossed in, you said?
Yeah, yeah, boss. Yes, it's one word, Boston. It's like Bosting, but without the G. So it's like, it's Boston. So it's like it's one word. But yeah, it's very similar. Yeah.
Okay, well, I mean, I didn't know what a yam yam was, so
There you go.
this is a whole new level.
Well, it's not like literally Birmingham's got Peaky Blinders, but I can't tell you what is going. Like the Black Country, I suppose, has some UK celebrities like Lenny Henry. He's a comedian. Frank Skinner, who's a comedian. Frank Skinner taught at my college before I went there, so that's a fun fact. But yeah, there's nothing international that people would know really.
And I've got to be honest that when I was looking at different unis to go to, I was considering like Newcastle, Manchester, Liverpool,
Mm,
Birmingham. I didn't want to stay around Leeds because that felt like the boring thing to do, and I was too close to home, so I wouldn't like need to go out of my comfort zone. So
mm.
I did go for a day to the University of Birmingham with my mum, and there was something about Birmingham that I wasn't keen on. I just felt like I don't know that the city was lacking something. So obviously you're from the area.
Mhm.
Um, are you a fan of Birmingham as a city?
What a political question. Okay, let me hydrate. Hold on.
Because like I would say that Leeds is cool, but it's nothing
Mm.
special really. And
Y-
Bradford, I'm not a fan of at all.
Yeah. Birmingham's one of those ones, I believe, this might be wrong. I might be lying to you, but I
Okay.
believe Birmingham is the youngest city in Europe. I think I heard that in terms of it's got the youngest population in all of Europe. So it's very, what's the word? There's stuff happening all the time. Like if you're young and you like partying, you like good food and you like a good time, you'll have a great time in Birmingham. I think it's becoming, it needs a lot of work to do into it. We've had construction going on in Birmingham for the last millennia. Like it's been so long. You go around, you're trying to drive around, you're trying to park, and you're like, oh no, that's under construction. I think when it's done, it's going to be great. But it's just been in a constant state of
Just
not being
loading
finished.
all the
Yeah,
time.
literally, for ages. And I think as with many cities in the UK that aren't London, they don't get as much funding as London do. So they're kind of waiting for the money to finish it. But when it's done, it'll be great. I'm just waiting for it to be
Incredible.
done. Exactly.
Birmingham in 2050 is going to be wow,
Your place to be,
best
100%.
city in the
Definitely the place
world.
to be. Hmm.
Anyway, moving on from Birmingham and Brummies and Yam Yams and so on, you mentioned your YouTube channel. So, what's the story behind it? Like, when did you have the idea and when did you actually start working on it?
So, right, okay, I'll make this really a long story short. So, I had YouTube channels from a very early age. My first YouTube channel, I was 11, which is
Oh,
ridiculous when you
wow,
think I know. So,
you
my
were ahead of
dad,
the curve.
I know, because my dad and my brother ran a filming and editing business when they were like years ago. So, I always saw that growing up. So, I was like, I want to do that. So, I did my first YouTube channel when I was 11. I say YouTube channel. One of the videos was me literally saying supercalifragilisticexpialidocious backwards, and that was the whole video. And I will do it for you. Docious ali espiastic So I was doing that,
That
and it was like a
sounds like it's
10-second
got
video.
viral potential.
Well, it was like, so it wasn't really like a channel, it was just fun. And then, yeah, so I sort of had different channels because I love making and editing, I love it. And I was just doing them for fun, completely just for fun. And then I went to do acting at a drama school in the UK,
Hmm.
met my now husband. We moved in together and we were trying to look for what we could do while we were waiting for auditions to come in. Like, what can we do? And I was always very good at English, and I taught English before, and I had that background, and my husband had too. So we were like, okay, let's do a TEFL. Let's do a qualification in teaching English, and let's start doing that because that'll be a great thing to do on the side.
Uh-huh.
What's now happened is we've now learnt that we love that way more than acting. So we've now made that our main thing, but it started as just a side thing. And then I thought, oh, I really like teaching English. I really love making YouTube videos. I'm going to merge the two together and that will be my channel. And because I'd had all the experience from 11, I was able to like use all that experience to start the channel quite well rather than starting it and having to learn how to do it as I'm still learning stuff, obviously, but I could start with a bit more knowledge of how to edit and how to do stuff. And yeah, now I've discovered that this is what I'm supposed to do. And I love teaching English and I love making content. So I've found my thing.
Perfect. It sounds super califragilistic
It's a good one. That's a good word. Nice.
Awesome. So you studied acting.
Mm.
Was this what you always wanted to do? Since you were growing up, did you look at people on TV and in film and think like, wow, this is what I want to be in the future?
Yeah, I really wanted to be in musicals, which is really embarrassing, but I'm really tall. I'm like 5'11", which is about 186 centimeters. I'm not sure what it
I'm
is,
never sure. I think 180 something.
something like that. So I'm very tall. And my singing teacher said to me, "You'll struggle in musicals because you're too tall." So I was like, "Okay, I'll desert that." And then I started acting, and I do like acting. I don't like the industry very much. And I don't like the repetitiveness. So, like doing theatre, for example, you have to do the same thing every single day for a long time, and that really stresses me out. Whereas doing this, every lesson I do is completely different, every video I do is different, so I really enjoy the creativity that I have now, whereas acting feels very like stand there, do that, no questions. So I don't know.
Exactly. And I imagine in that case, you're a good singer.
I try my best, but you know, I'm no Beyonce.
No Ozzy Osbourne either.
No, who could be, who could be?
So I'm a terrible singer. I am terrible at memorizing all lyrics. Like even if I know a song and I've listened to it 1,000 million times, like my go-to karaoke song is Robbie Williams' Angels.
Great song, yeah,
And
good
even
song.
still, there are times when I'm like, oh, what was the word? What
Yeah,
I'm Angels again.
stick with that. Just safe with the lyric Angel. I hate karaoke because I don't know as a singer what you're supposed to do, what the etiquette is. Because if I stand up there and really sing, it looks like, oh, she's showing off. No one wants someone to show off at karaoke, do they? But then also, I can't go up there and pretend to be bad because then that also looks ridiculous. So the only thing I could do at karaoke is rap. That's the only thing I could do.
Wow. Do you go for like Eminem?
It's either American
Yeah.
Boy or The Real Slim Shady. Yeah, those are my two karaoke
Oh, wow.
songs. That's all I
Interesting.
have.
And I guess it's quite different, rapping and singing. Like, do people respond to it if you go to a karaoke place? Do they get into it?
Yeah, and I think they can respect that more because I'm not singing. I'm just like speaking, and then like especially American Boy. People like American Boy because everyone knows American Boy, so everyone joins in. So American Boy is my karaoke song, 100%.
Okay, interesting. I thought it was all about the ballads, like, Sweet Caroline, and then you get everybody
Caroline.
singing with you. Da,
Oh
da,
no, I've lost
da.
you. Am I going fuzzy? Am I freezing? You're good.
I think you're still there at the moment, but yeah, if not, I guess
Hello.
everybody can enjoy my beautiful voice and my
There we
singing.
go. I'm back. I'm with you. Did I miss your singing? Oh
Yeah,
no.
you've just missed me sing Sweet Caroline, and I've just
Oh
rapped.
no.
I've done some Beyonce.
Wow. I can't believe I missed that. What a shame. Okay, well, I'll in my head I'll imagine it was insane. It was amazing and you were like the best singer ever. Um but
Awesome.
no, I think the ballads I would love to sing a ballad at karaoke, but then I don't know how to do that without looking like I'm showing off.
Mm.
I mean,
And I guess there's a fine line between
mm,
showing off and
mm,
being really bad where people want to leave the place. So
exactly.
you need to find that perfect middle
Yeah.
ground.
First world problems, eh? How do I do karaoke?
And so obviously you are familiar with editing, videos, acting, all of these things, and you did the TEFL course. How was that? Was it strange to actually start to put yourself in the student's shoes and think like, oh, past simple, first conditional? Like, how
Mm.
did you get on with this?
Well, yeah, that's one of the crazy things, isn't it? Because I had taught English before, but not as formally as that. And I was very good at English when I was a kid. But then, yeah, with your native language, you don't learn all of that. So I really enjoyed doing that. But I think what has helped me more is learning French. So what's helped me really get into the students' shoes is I take French lessons online. So exactly the same environment as what I create with my students, I do that with French, and that's helped me so much, like psychologically as well, and knowing how it must feel for the student, and that really helps me to change how I act with them, because I've tried different French teachers before, and I had one, and literally I joined the class and she was like, I'll say it in English obviously, but she was like, hello, how are you, so what do you want to do today, what kind of things do you want to do? And I felt like, I'm so sorry I'm wasting your time, I'm sorry I'm here, like I just felt so nervous. So being on the other side and actually taking the lesson, I think, is vital for me. It's changed how I am as a teacher. So I like that.
So, no, it's interesting because, like, many people will know that I studied languages at university and I
Mm.
did Spanish and Italian and a bit of Portuguese.
Oh, cool.
And I lived in Spain. My Spanish is really good. And then I moved to Brussels, to Belgium, and everybody kind of speaks English here, to be honest. And if they don't speak English, they speak Spanish. But
Mhm.
the two official languages are French and Dutch,
Mm.
well, Flemish. So
Mm.
people in the northwest of the country, places like Bruges and Antwerp, their mother tongue is Dutch. And people in the center and south east speak French as their mother tongue. And it's weird because, like, I feel like I should improve my French a lot more, and I can get
Mm.
by, I can have conversations just about, but then I don't really need French. Like, and that's the problem, I guess, native English speakers have, that everybody makes the effort to learn our language, but then many of us don't make the effort to do the same. Uh, it's a shame.
100%. Tell me about it. I'm having that exact problem with Welsh. So my now husband, I feel like I have to keep saying now husband, because jumping straight to husband, it feels weird. So my
The more you
husband,
say it, the more you'll get
yeah.
used to it.
Okay. My husband. My husband is Welsh. He's first language Welsh, and his family asked me, "Oh, are you going to learn Welsh? Are you thinking of learning Welsh?" And I really want to. I think it's a beautiful language, and I really want to help preserve it because I don't want it to die.
Mhm.
But I know that everyone in Wales speaks English. I know that Welsh is only spoken in Wales. Like, it's not really spoken anywhere else. A little bit in Patagonia in some parts, but so that just, it's really hard to get the motivation for that, because I can't see the right in front of me the super useful uses of it, but I really want to. I just need to get the motivation.
I'm sure it'll come at some point. There'll
Mm,
be this like turning point where you'll be like, oh, yes, now I'm going to become fluent in Welsh. And
yeah.
uh, for French, what is the motivation? Why French and not Spanish, for example?
I learnt French at school, so I had the base, and then I said, oh, I want to learn another language, so it's much easier to start with French than another one. But as soon as I can be happy with my French, maybe I'll move on to something like Spanish, but I'm nowhere near that yet.
One day, I'm sure it'll come soon. It's interesting with French and how much we learn when we're young children, because I
Mm,
also did a little bit of French at school, but
mm,
then I never really liked it at school.
mm,
But there are still songs that stay with me and will always stay with me, which is
mm.
Quelle est la date de ton anniversaire? Quelle est la date de ton anniversaire? Janvier, février, mars.
We're doing a lot of singing in this one. I like it.
I
The
know
singing,
you
the
you
singing
missed my
episode.
ballad.
Well, that was beautiful. Applause. Big
Yeah,
applause.
thank you, thank you. No, anyway, moving on to this, you've mentioned a few times your now husband. Um,
Uh,
tell us about the wedding, as
Oh,
much as you're willing to share.
yeah.
How was it? Where was it? What was it like? Tell us everything.
Oh, it was great. It was we honestly can't believe we pulled it off. We can't believe everything went right and everything, nothing went wrong and everyone was happy and everyone had a good day. And that I was so worried. I kept having wedding anxiety dreams of all the
Okay.
things that was going to go wrong. So, I had a dream that my dress was purple when I opened it and put it on. I had a dream that everyone was having a terrible time and they were all moody. But none of that happened. So we were all good. Yeah, everything was really nice. We wanted it to be very fun, light-hearted, relaxed. The song I came down the aisle to was very upbeat and dancey. It wasn't like so yeah, everything was perfect. It was in a barn on the border of Wales and England, so it was quite symbolic for Wales and England meeting. And yeah, it was great. We're very happy.
Awesome. Congratulations. And
Thank
the
you.
thing that I love speaking about more than anything else is always food.
Right.
So, what was like the catering like and the menu?
Good question. So it was actually really good. People kept coming up to me saying, "Wow, the food is amazing." I didn't eat a lot of it because I was so, I don't know, you just don't have an appetite because you've got so much to think about and it's your emotions are so up here. I just didn't want to eat. And the thought of eating made me feel ill. So I only had little bits of it, which I'm devastated about because apparently it was really good. But it was like beef, some mashed potato, and we had like a three desserts and then a nice cake. It was just really good.
Hey, interesting. It sounds good. I'm
Mm,
getting hungry just thinking about it.
same. I wish I could go back to my wedding as a guest and eat the food because I didn't eat it.
Exactly. I mean, make up for what you missed out on, I suppose.
Literally.
It's interesting because I haven't been to many weddings in my life. It seems like myself and my group of friends, maybe we're afraid of commitment. I'm not sure, but it's like nobody's really getting married. I've been to a few, to my
Mm,
sister's wedding, which was back in the UK. And then I've been to a few weddings in Spain as well, because my partner is Spanish.
mm.
And there are quite a lot of differences between the wedding culture in Spain and in the UK, as far as I've seen. And it is that in Spain, it's very expensive, which I
Mm.
guess it is in the UK as well. But in particular, as like a present, people send the people who are getting married, the bride and groom, like 200 or 300 euros.
Wow.
Uh, is it similar in England or
I
not?
mean, I think it very much depends. I think a lot of people, more people are asking for money as gifts now. It never used to be that. It used to be a list, like you would,
Toaster, for example,
yeah,
an
or I
air
need
fryer.
exactly. I want this jug. I want this kitchen set or whatever. But now I think more people live together before they get married, so they have all their stuff and they don't need all those things. So yeah, more people ask for money towards the honeymoon. But what's funny about us is because we had so little money because we bought a house, renovated the house, and got married within about 3 months of each other. So we just had like no money. So all of the monetary gifts that we got went straight to paying for the drinks package for the day, for all the champagne and everything. So we didn't actually see many of our gifts, but we were very grateful. Everyone was very generous and very kind. But yeah.
Awesome. So the honeymoon, have you been on your honeymoon or do you have plans to go on one?
I mean, as mentioned, house renovation wedding. So honeymoon is delayed till next year when we can actually afford to do something nice, because otherwise it would just be like honeymoon in the garden. Woohoo. So we've decided to move it to next year so we can actually have a good one. That's the plan.
You can go to like Costa del Cymru, which Cymru is Wales, right?
Nearly, it's Cymru, which I didn't know before dating my husband. It's not Cymru, it's Cymru. I
This
know.
is like the yam yams all over again.
Yeah, I know, I know. Because the alphabet's different, but yeah, I would have said Cymru as well. Yeah, we can go to Wales. Wales is beautiful. There's loads of lovely places in Wales. We might go to. I think we're going to climb Mount Snowdon soon because I've never done that. So I would like to climb Mount Snowdon.
So sounds exciting. Very good.
Mm,
Okay, now let's move on to some random questions to get to know each
okay.
other a little bit more. I have a list, don't worry.
Mm, okay.
So the first one is nice and simple. People are usually looking for some TV series recommendations and stuff like this. So tell us, what are you watching at the moment, or what good TV series have you watched recently?
Right. So I'm currently weirdly into kitchen things. So I'm watching The Bear
Uh-huh.
and Boiling Point, which is a TV series based off a film of the same name. So there was a film called Boiling Point, and then they made a TV series, and both of them are set in like high pressure kitchens. And I think I just love that environment of the high pressure kitchen. Have you seen The Bear?
Uh, yes, but I'm not up to date.
No,
I've
I'm not. I've
watched
only watched the first like 5 episodes, so I don't know.
Yeah, I think I'm more or less where you are. I watched the first season
Mm,
and then stopped paying for Disney. So haven't
fair enough.
watched the second, or maybe the third is about to come out at the moment.
Yeah.
I found it a little bit stressful. It made me a little bit anxious watching some
Mm,
of the episodes.
yeah. I think I like that though. I think I think I like the because I like the pace. I like that it's just moving and things are happening. I really don't like TV and film that's just like speaking and emotions, and I don't do well with that. I need stuff.
Okay. It's something to wake you up, to keep you
Mm,
on the edge of your seat.
exactly. It's good though. I like it.
No, no, they say it's
Oh
amazing. It
no,
won
where's
like
it going?
different awards and stuff like that. So it must be good. And if anybody has already watched The Bear, or you're interested in watching The Bear, of course, let us know in the comments.
I'm back.
And yeah,
Yeah,
Laura's back. Um, so
I'm
related
back.
to this, as you can see, thank you for your patience watching this interview, because, technology, sometimes it fails. Sometimes Wi-Fi isn't as fast as it should be. And it's the most
I know.
frustrating thing on planet
I'm
Earth.
sure you're filling these gaps really professionally. I'm sure you're doing a great job.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We'll see, we'll see. Okay, anyway, next question. Do you have any pets?
No, my dad has two dogs, and I view them as mine because I visit them a lot and I look after them. Yeah, two big dogs. They're very sweet. They're a mix of poodles and Irish setters, so they're very cute. Do you have pets?
I don't, but I want one. I want a dog a lot, or a cat, or both. Cats and dogs, rabbits, fish, a little bit of everything. Because I had pets growing up, in particular cats. And then at the end, we got a dog called Stella. My girlfriend is called Estella. So that was
Ah,
always a little bit funny. So the plan is at some point in the near future to get a dog, because I think they get so happy when you get home. They
mm,
understand you, they feel your emotions. I like going for walks anyway, so I can go
mm.
out for walks with the dog.
Yeah, do it, do it. If we had a different lifestyle, I think we'd get one, but it doesn't work for us right now. But we'll reevaluate in 10 years. But I love dogs. I would 100%. I'd love one. Oh, so cute.
I thought you were going to say like a year, but no, 10. Wow.
No, yeah,
Long-term planning.
mm, I'm that kind of person. I have like visions for where I need to be, and dogs don't work for another 10 years. So I know that in my
Okay.
head.
So in the year 2020, well, it sounds scary every time I say the date. It's like, what? It's 2024 already?
I
Ah,
know. No, ridiculous, ridiculous. But yeah, you might see me with a dog in 2034.
okay. If everything is going according to plan.
Exactly. But not a date before and not a day after.
Fantastic. All right, let's do one or two more questions now.
Mhm.
Are you an early bird or a night owl? Are you a morning person or an evening night person?
100% early bird. I am asleep by I can't function after 10 p.m. I don't can't do anything. I need to be either in bed or asleep, and then I wake up at about 6:30, and I will sorry, I'm laughing at myself because I don't wake up that early every day, and I'm lying on the internet. I don't wake up that early every day, but I can very easily. So if I need to wake up that early, I can do it and I'm fine. But I
Okay.
choose not to sometimes.
Yeah, yeah. So, this morning, what time did you get up?
Oh, I was a bit ill last night. I didn't feel very well last night, so I gave
Okay.
myself a bit of a lie in. So that's
Yeah.
unfair. So I woke up at about 7:30 this morning.
Okay. Oh, well, it's an hour later, it's
Yeah,
fine.
it's reasonable.
No problem.
What about you? Are you an early bird or a night owl?
Yeah, I'm more of an early bird than a night owl.
Mm,
Because, for example, with work, I would much prefer to do all my work in the morning and have the afternoon free to
yeah.
myself.
Hmm.
I'm less and less sociable in the night, well, at night at the moment.
Mm.
It's I like being at home and being on the sofa and watching a
Oh,
series and
I love it. I am don't if someone asks me, "Oh, do you want to go out to a nightclub?" No, I don't. I want to be at home in my pajamas with a good snack and good something on the tea. That's what I want.
yeah, no, I agree 100%. If I know that there's a plan for the weekend already on like Monday and Tuesday,
Mhm.
then I can get up for it and
Yeah.
mentally prepare myself to go
Yeah.
out and preferably not like a club, but a nice
Mm.
sociable bar. But
Mm.
if somebody texts me Friday afternoon asking like, "Oh, do you have any plans? Do you want to come out?" I'm like, "No, tell me like a week ago."
Yeah, my plans are no plans. I'm excited to have no plans. That's my plan. I've been thinking about all day how I'm gonna sit and watch the Kardashians and do nothing. That's my plan. So yes, I have plans.
Exactly.
It's
Maybe next
nothing.
weekend.
Exactly. Call me again another time.
Or maybe in 10 years, who knows?
That's my plan.
Now, a common question that I ask all of my students and many people I have a chat to is a great example of the second conditional. And it is, if you won the Euro Millions, what would you do with the money? So we're talking a lot of money, like in the, let's say, £100 million.
Wow.
What would you do?
Oh, praises. I often think this. I feel like I would have to give a lot of it away to be sane with myself. So I think I would take half and split that up between my friends and family. But then I don't know where you stop. That's the hard thing. You write a list of who's going to get money and then you go, where do you stop? Then I'd probably have to give like 25 million away, no, 30 million away to charity, and then have, what's the maths? 20 million left for myself, a measly 20 million, and and just live my whole life exactly how I want to, and just be sensible wealth. So a nice house, but not crazy, and just know that I can do whatever I want in life comfortably.
Okay. And usually the big debate is like, do you stop working? Do you quit your job or not? In your case, would you stop teaching and stop making videos if you won such a huge amount of money?
No, because I feel like if I'm doing whatever I want in life, what I want to do, I want to make videos, so I probably would still do that. Yeah, definitely. But then I'd buy like the best equipment and have the best looking videos you've ever seen and get like hire people to make them look so great. And that I would love to do that because I do sometimes get frustrated that I know I want to like the content I want to make, I know the level I want to get to, but I need to have the stuff and the to make it look like that. So I would really revel, it's a good word. I would really revel in, I would really enjoy making the videos as amazing as they could be, probably.
I mean, if you win the Euro Millions, you could be the next Mr. Beast then. You could give away all your money on YouTube.
Oh, that could be part of the videos. Maybe I've given some money away and then I go, right, yeah, maybe I will be Mr. Beast. I'm coming for you, Mr. Beast. I'm
Exactly.
gonna take over,
It's happened here. You've been called out.
I'm sure.
If by any chance you're watching this.
He loves it. He loves English learning content, Mr. Beast.
Exactly
He can't
right.
get enough.
I mean, I'm sure he's got loads and loads of free time to be watching
Yeah.
this, of
Well, he's
course.
always on like deserted islands and stuff, isn't he? Or like trapped in boxes and that. So he should have some free time.
I can imagine that he's trapped on this desert island, and right now he's like, "Oh no, I've got no Wi-Fi. I can't watch this video." Oh,
Oh, what am I gonna do? I'll go insane. I'm
okay. Anyway,
sure.
let's do one more question. And
Okay.
of course, nowadays, everybody spends so much time on their phone. I don't know about
Mm.
you, but it's a problem for me and many people I know. And of course, we're using different applications, different apps. In your case, what apps do you use the most?
Oh, I'm really embarrassed to say TikTok. I do use TikTok a lot and I'm not proud of it. But then Instagram for I use now like for work, so I'm posting a lot of reels and stuff. So probably Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, obviously. Never use Facebook. Facebook's collecting dust on my phone. It's just sat there with cobwebs on it. I never use Facebook anymore. Don't
Like
know why.
zero?
Um, I think, oh, I use it for the marketplace sometimes. I'll buy things on it, but I haven't posted on there. Oh no, I posted about our wedding because I knew like some people would want to see. But before that, I don't think I'd posted for years. Not a
Yeah.
Facebook person.
Yeah, neither have I, to be honest. Like, but even still, I'll sometimes just scroll up and down because
Mm,
it's weird. Like you say, you use TikTok a lot.
mm,
For some reason, I don't. Like, I'll post my short videos there, but I
mm.
never like interact with the app.
Oh,
Like, I'm never
really?
scrolling up and down or anything, but I do a lot on Instagram. Like, would you
Mm.
say that TikTok is more engaging, is more fun than Instagram, for example?
Oh, I think it's more addicting. I think the way TikTok's designed is to literally stop you from leaving the app. So I think it is, don't know if it's more engaging in a good way, but it's definitely more addicting. And yeah, because you know that you could, and I know Instagram have Reels now, but
Mhm.
I just end up going on TikTok more. Um, yeah, I could probably delete that one, but
Yeah,
I'm
have you
not going
ever
to.
considered it and tried to like go cold turkey and not use it ever again?
I did. I did for about a week. I
Well
quit.
done.
Thank you. I quit TikTok for about a week. I just deleted it off my phone, cold turkey. But then I just got it back, and I put the timer. You know, you can put a timer on an app, and it says you've had enough. Stop using it. But I just ignore the timer now. So the timer comes up and says you've used all your time on TikTok, and I go ignore, 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 ignore. So
Never.
yeah, useless.
Perfect. Well, I've never tried this, but to be honest, it like even when I go for walks, I'll be walking around listening to music or listening to a podcast, and then I can't stop like going into my pocket and then like checking something, whether it's just
Mm.
like stories related to football or whatever. It's just the feeling of seeing something new, or maybe it's just the
Yeah.
addiction, but maybe I should go cold turkey too.
Yeah, it's totally. I'm terrible for checking my emails. I think I check my emails about 50 times a day. And there's not usually anything that exciting, but I love my emails. I always think if something's gonna give me money or be exciting, it's gonna come through emails. So I'm always like, what's happening on emails? Terrible at it. Yeah, a bit addicted to that.
It's weird because emails are usually the things that you try to avoid at all
Oh, I love
costs and
them.
you
I
try to
love them.
ignore them.
I love them. Send me all the emails. Send them to me. I love emails. Maybe it's still a novelty for me. Maybe because I'm only recently getting exciting emails that are good. I'm expect maybe I will get a bit stressed with them, but yeah, send me the emails,
Oh,
everybody.
wow. And with these emails, of course, many people subscribe to like newsletters and stuff like this. With my emails, a lot of the ones that I receive are just like spam almost. And
Yeah.
I'll always click read because if not, my OCD goes a little bit crazy. I don't like
Mm,
to see like 1,000 in my inbox.
mm.
Um, but yeah, for you, like, do you have like, I don't know, emails from Argos?
Oh yeah, I get all sorts of spam. But I tell you what, the good hack is you get married, change your name because I've had to change my name now. So I've had to make a new email address. So I'm migrating only the things I really want to be there on my new email. So now on my email, it's quite serene there at the moment. It's
Okay.
just people I want to be there and no spam. And I will keep my old email. And if I'm going to subscribe for something that I think will be spam, I'll use that.
Okay, interesting. No, pro tips. And
There we go.
despite all of this, you still check it 13 times a day.
I'm addicted. What can I say? I've got a problem.
It is what it is, you know, it is
It's
what
what
it
it
is.
is.
Well, anyway, I think we'll wrap it up there. We'll call it a day there. Thank you so much. And for everybody who was watching, I hope you enjoyed this conversation. You got to know a little bit more about Laura. And if there were any little connection issues, fingers crossed that you saw it as something natural and you were able
Yeah.
to see how we dealt with adversity, just like you can
Yeah.
deal with these obstacles in life.
That is a great way to put it. That is putting a very positive spin on it. You're a glass half full kind of guy, aren't you? I like
Always.
that.
I mean,
Perfect.
way more than half full right now.
Look at that. He's even got props and everything for his phrases. Look at that. Very,
Yes.
very good. Well, thank you so much for having me. It's been a pleasure.
The pleasure was all mine. And thank you, everybody, for watching. And yeah, I'm sure you've learned so many things like yam yams. Even I've learned so much today. See you
If you're ever
later.
in the Black Country, you'll have a great time. Thank you.
Exactly. Bye bye. Ciao, ciao.
Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and see you next time.